Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty's Racing League's DRL TV. Tonight, I'm your host, David Wellborn, and joining me in the booth, as always, is Rod Fossenall. How you doing tonight, Rod?
Doing well again tonight, Dave.
Well, we are here at Talladega Motor Speedway as we get set here for 85 laps. We're going to call this the Talladega 225, but I guess it would be 225 thereabouts. Whatever. Anyway, going to have a great show here for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We have got 30 of the top DRL drivers here tonight. And before we get this show on the road, Rod, who's your pick for the night, my man?
Well, I got to go with the 79 car, Steven Sims. I've been watching him in practice. He seems pretty stout. I think he's probably going to run a smart race and find himself at the front at the end.
Well, I'm going to go with Kevin Dick. He's a newcomer to this series. He's had a couple of great opportunities to walk away with a win, just hasn't been able to capitalize on it. I feel if this boy can get up front, he might just sneak one up. But I'm going to tell you for sure, I don't believe anybody that has won a race so far is going to walk away winning this race tonight. I don't believe you're going to see Eric Wolf winning it tonight. I don't believe we're going to see anybody else that has actually won a race here so far this season. We're only 9 races in. This is the 10th race this season. It looks like we got some connection issues with a couple of drivers. I'm on board with Thomas Harmon, and he seems to be blinking out on my screen. So let's see if we can't get to. We're on Harrison Chandler. He seems to have a pretty solid connection as of right now.
Well, I tell you what, though, Dave, this is Talladega. Take all the drivers' names, throw them in a hat, pull one out. And that's what we're going to have tonight.
Yep. You know, I watched yesterday's race on TV. First chance I got to see one of those being broadcast. I don't normally watch the races like that because all my drivers have retired. But Jeff Gordon was racing, so I was glad I watched. My boy Junior Earnhardt racing, glad I really watched. Unfortunately, both of them got caught up in some wrecks there, and yeah. But how about old Denny Hamlin? Kids, do not touch remotes while your family members are racing. Just don't do it. And I hope all of our drivers have hidden their remotes to their TVs and monitors.
Well, that's what we like to call random mechanical failure in iRacing.
The thing about it is I saw the video that he posted on Twitter. The child walks away and says, "Oops," and laughs about it and walks off. And then the video cuts off. That right there was priceless. But
oops, that doesn't sound terribly accidental either.
Yeah, there's a couple of times you don't want to hear that.
You almost want to bet mom put her up to it too.
You don't want to hear that when a doctor or a dentist is working on you. You don't want to hear oops when someone is working on your computer. So those are my first top 2 that I never want to hear oops with. But Harrison Chandler, not too bad. He is currently 5th. So not too bad for Mr. Chandler. But the pole setter has really got me bummed. James Larillo is currently sitting on the pole. I wonder if that time is actually going to hold up, because 53.6 is a pretty fast time. Eric Wolf, I said he wasn't going to win here tonight, but he puts in a nice time at 53.6. Ben Izinga, I watched him in practice, him and his teammate, who was drafting with him, Vanderkoy. Him and Vanderkoy were doing some really good drafting out there. So I look for those drivers. I look for S2R drivers to get together. If they get together, boy, watch out. It's going to be a heck of a race.
You think they're going to get together and stay up front, or you think they're going to all band together at the back and just sort of draft with each other to stay near the pack?
Well, we got James Larillo and Ben Izinga. Both of those are S2R drivers, and they are up front, inside and outside, starting on the front row. And then you got Bill Edwards, S2R driver. He's 4th. So but you got Spencer Tart too. It looks like all of the drivers have went up front in S2R pretty much, but I don't know if they're going to stay there. That's the question. Are they actually going to stay there?
Well, my money's on Harmon to start towards the back because he's sitting right by the start-finish line, just parked.
Yeah, he's waiting to cross the start-finish line. As the rest of the field is Harmon, Nicholas Lovell, Jarrett Rogers, Cody Gatsky, Matt Burgess, Dakota Wilkins, Austin Collins, and Evan Rice. All these drivers look like they are waiting at the start-finish line. Uh, there goes the 97. 3 seconds. Everybody's finally crossed. So Dustin Eicher was doing really good as well. I don't know why he would start in the back. He had a heck of a practice.
Not sure, but it looks like we got a handful with no qualifying time listed.
Oh no, I don't think so. I thought I saw everybody make it across. Maybe, I don't know. I can't see that now because my timing screen's already reset. So we're going to jump on the 13 car. That's James Larillo. And let's see if I can get this grid. James Larillo is on the pole, followed by Ben Izinga on the outside. Eric Wolf third. Bill Edwards is fourth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin fifth. Richard Springer sixth. Spencer Tart, 7th. J.W. Miller, 8th. Talked to him earlier tonight, too. Kevin Dick, 9th. Steven Sims, 10th. Our picks, not bad. Starting there, 9th and 10th. Mike Lemon, 11th. Jordan Berry, 12th. And, of course, it was going to do that. Harrison Chandler and David Wright, 13th and 14th. James Pandal, 15th. Sam Niederhelm, 16th. Dustin Musial, 17th. Matthew Vanderkoy is 18th. Cody Barber, 19th. Joshua Durham, 20th. Dustin Eicher, 21st. Jarrett Rogers, 22nd. Matt Burgess, Dakota Wilkins, 23rd and 24th. Thomas Harmon in the back. Nicholas Lovell, 26th. Evan Rice, 27th. Austin Collins, 28th. And I believe Cody Gatsky is going to round out the field with 29 drivers starting here tonight. So, we got that out of the way.
That's a pretty good sized field, I'd say.
Yeah, 29. I thought we had 30 drivers in. Actually, we do. Oh, okay. I see. My timing screen's all messed up. I got 1, 4, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, something's not right. One of these days, I'll get a timing screen that works right.
We got some truck regulars in here tonight too.
Well, I believe the top 15 was eligible to run this race here tonight in the trucks. So, we may end up seeing a truck driver win this race here tonight. Yeah, I really couldn't tell you which 15 showed up or how many out of the 15 showed up, but it might be funny to see somebody who normally doesn't run in this series win this race here tonight. Because like you say, this is Talladega. You can start in the back and have bad luck. You can start in the front and have bad luck. You can be in the middle and win this thing, or you can be dead last and win it. You never know what you're going to get. Especially with this track, it's kind of like a box of chocolates, as Forrest Gump says.
You never know what you're gonna get.
And not at this track. And I tell you what, you can blink, and there you go. You just lost your race. That's how quick things can change. All you got to do is blink. Well, Larillo got a good shot starting on the pole, but normally that's not a very good place to start. I found that out the hard way. Just because you're up front don't mean you're going to stay there. And I predict that outside line is going to be working really well. As the pace car lights are out, pace car is coming down and headed down towards pit road. Now, normally we wait until the pace car's got all 4 tires across the pit entry, but we are going to restart on the restart mark, which is right here where you see the double red lines on the wall coming up right about now.
Right there.
Yep. So now they can start anywhere in the zone. And the green flag is out. They waited till the green flag was said and waving. Eric Wolf all over the back end of Larillo.
Two by two as they enter the backstretch.
Got a really good view with this in-car camera. They are already 3 wide, believe it or not. J.W. Miller and Richard Springer. Don't try 4 wide Sims. Richard Springer finally backs out of it and says, I've seen enough already, and we ain't even made the first lap yet. Richard Springer goes all the way to the back.
Aggressive move early.
Yeah, I don't know what the thinking was there. 3 wide as soon as this thing got going, but you never know. Somebody may have not have got on the gas. And it's going to be hard to keep up with all the action here tonight. How about old James Pandol? Already up in the top 10. I don't believe he started there, though. Where did JP start? Get this quick information.
JP started 15th.
Well, he's not doing too bad. Let's see if I can't get some of these graphics to work. Nope. None of the graphics are going to work. Wow. We're going to have to definitely get something going with this ATVO. Martin does a lot. I mean, he works hard at putting all these graphics packages together. And it's a shame that when I get on, I can't use them. Well, we got Larillo, Wolf, Spencer Tart, Ben Izinga, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Bill Edwards, Kevin Dick, J.W. Miller, Mike Lemon, and Steven Sims rounds out our top 10.
And for the most part, these guys are
just riding.
I'd say behaving themselves, but they're pretty much staying in their lane, just biding their time, just riding along. There's a whole lot of jockeying for position or switching lanes. It's just business as usual right now.
Yeah, you'll see somebody like stagger out and try to get air. That's what that top line's doing, is staggering a little bit. And in the bottom line, they're backing off a little bit. Every once in a while, you'll see TBB drop below that yellow line or go above it to get some fresh air, which he just made a move to try to take over the lead, which, you know, it's going to put Kevin Dick, my pick, third car on the inside line. Not a bad place to be if you want to win this thing. But we're only 5 laps into an 85-lap run. It's a long way to go. And I believe pit stops are between 35 and 40 laps here tonight.
That would be correct.
Wow, they like to wreck back there in the back. The 97 almost got into somebody back here in the back. Taylor Butcher Benjamin takes over the lead. Spencer Tart looking to take that away from him. Got a little help from his teammate, Ben Izinga, beating on the back end. S2R drivers, top 3 on the outside line. Spencer Tart.
I think that was TBB at the line.
Yeah, well, it credited for him. Actually, it credited Tart for it, I think. I don't know. Wow. I mean, I would have never expected them to stay double file this long. I figured, you know, one or two cars might try to stay up on the double side, but I mean, it's just absolutely amazing that we are still split every car. I think you got the same amount of drivers on the high side as you do on the bottom. I would have never believed that. TBB again, credited with that lap.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only driver that we've seen make any kind of move so far, which is, again, shocking.
Well, Spencer Tart made a move. He come up through the field.
There we go. Larillo jumping to the outside in front of Tart. Yeah, Larillo wants that lead back.
Our next broadcast is going to be the Monster Mile for this series. We'll be there for 175 laps next Monday. Please be sure to join us there. Next broadcast is going to be tomorrow night, Talladega. Once again, 75 laps. Watch me and Rod Fossenall either win it or wreck it. One of the two, but we're going to go for it.
Hey, my crew chief just said bring me the steering wheel. He didn't say what condition the truck had to be in.
Well, I understand that. Track temperature is a whopping 126 degrees out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The air temperature is 79. I mean, that's hot for Talladega. Finally got some
Where did
graphics.
Izinga come from?
Well, he was running on the second on the inside line, outside line, I mean. And apparently he has worked his way down to the bottom. Bill Edwards pushed him there, and now Bill Edwards is looking to take that spot away.
So you think this is an STR plan to get a lead lap point for everyone?
Well, it's working out that way for sure. And now we got J.W. Miller on the outside line being pushed by your driver, Steven Sims. Got to be careful bouncing back and forth like that when you bump somebody. You'll turn them real quick if you catch them in the wrong angle. Look at that. Richard Springer dropped all the way to the back. Where's he at? Guess what? He is back up into the 12th position. Haven't seen much out of the S2R, SGK drivers, but you got Mike Lemon back there. And he's got his teammate a couple cars back. Oh, I can't even think of his name. In the 7 car. Who drives the 7 car? Dustin Eichert. They were doing a lot of practice earlier this afternoon. And I was looking forward to maybe seeing them two get together on the track and start working to get up in this field. But looks like they're content with just riding around right now. Oh, Bill Edwards almost got turned right there. And they shoved the 42, David Wright, to the outside. Forced it 3 wide, pushed him up the track. He's going to fall in line. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something with the wife. That moment of silence was for the hearing impaired. If you heard anything, you're not impaired, but you might want to see a doctor.
We got JP in the top 10 tonight right now.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Got himself up there and working his way from 15th up into the actual 10th position. Coming up on the back door of Steven Sims. Yeah, I got to give it to these S2R drivers. They're 1, 2, 3, and on the outside in 4. So we got 4 S2R drivers leading this field. Oh, there you go. Spencer Tart makes the move to the outside in front of Bill Edwards, looking to try to retake that lead once more time. I don't know if I would be doing this. A lot of, and I don't see a second pack really falling back off of this group here to try to avoid the big one. I mean, they are spread out a little bit back here, but everybody seems to still be in the draft. Normally about this time you would see two distinct packs. Not really the case. Of course,
and something else we normally see in our races is the number 68 of Thomas Harmon moving rapidly forward, and he is still hanging back in the 22nd spot, not really moving forward, not really dropping back. I think he's just content to ride around towards. If there was going to be a second pack, and there's really not, but the biggest gap between anybody would be
Thomas
21st
Harmon
to 22nd.
Yeah, that little 6-car pack back there with Harmon would probably be what we would consider the second group. Probably not a bad call for him either, because he's probably sitting there waiting on the big one to happen up here, the way they're moving around up front, looking to get, leading the lap, getting some points led and stuff like that. Izinga is leading the race. Spencer Tart to the outside, looking to try to take that away from him. And the biggest thing we got to watch out for here is blowing a motor. We saw Clint Boyer do it yesterday, and he was really upset. But he was warned several times by his crew chief, Larry McReynolds, to watch the temperatures, and he ignored it. So,
we got a third line looking to form up here.
That's with David Wright. I don't know how well that's going to work out. Looks like Highline Springer's going to go with him and going to pull the 19 of Cody Barber. I mean, I don't know. 3 wide this early. Now he's trying to make the move on the outside of JP to get that line forming. I mean, we can run 3 wide here. That's not a problem. That's not the issue. The issue is running 3 wide for more than 3 or 4 laps. It don't take much to have a car push up or take the air off of them in that middle lane, and wow, I mean, that's just an accident looking for a place to happen. Once again, Wright tries to make it 3 wide, or I don't know if he's trying to make it 3 wide or if he's overheating to the point to where he feels that he has to duck out. But whatever he's doing, he's got Springer going with him. I think they are. I think they're trying to make a third line. We have got 3 wide racing here at Talladega. We are forming 3 lines. Taylor Butcher Benjamin just went to the lead. How that happened, I'll never know. I was too busy focused on what's going on back here with David Wright and didn't see what exactly going on with the 88. Spencer Tart making his move.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave, and for what it's worth, the lead's going to change a lot tonight. There's going to be a different leader about every 2 or 3 laps.
Well, they just pushed J.W. Miller out to the high line. He's all by himself. That can't bode well for him.
But as we saw with Springer earlier, it won't take long to work your way back to the front if that's really your goal.
Yeah, Richard Springer, like I said, he dropped all the way back as far as 18th position, and he is now back into the top 10. And he's just riding. You got to believe that they're just riding. Taylor Butcher Benjamin being pounded on by Ben Izinga. Eric Wolf sitting right there in 5th, right, pretty much where he started. His connection seems to have settled down. He was having some connection issues. I believe we are getting ready to lap 2 cars. Who is that we are getting ready to lap?
Austin Collins and Evan Rice.
Wow, I would have never believed that. I wonder what happened to them.
I'm checking on it.
Because neither one of the cars has got damage. But they are definitely getting ready to go a lap down. And
there were several cars that did not lay down a qualifying time that looked like they maybe had to start from the pit.
They may have to stop and go. That may have been it, yeah. In that case, they are looking to get a wreck between now and the time these leaders catch the back end of them. Which I say will be about 3 laps from now. Maybe less.
I can confirm that Collins started from the pits. I do not see Evan Rice, though.
Well, if Evan Rice didn't start from the pit, he probably had to come down and do a drive-through. And you won't see that until after the completion of lap 1.
That is correct. Rice had to do drive-through. So there's our answer to that mystery. And then the field is rapidly approaching now.
Still everybody with the exception of those 2 cars, in the lead draft. You got Matt Burgess, got that little gap off the tail end of these double file. And then everybody else is pretty much single file behind them. Matt Burgess is staying right off the back end of J.W. Miller.
It'll be interesting to see what these 2 lap cars do, whether they go to the high side or if they stay down low.
Well, they're split right now. I don't know what they're doing right now. You would think that they would both be up top, waiting on this pack to come to them. But Austin Collins is made up his mind that he's going to ride to the top and to the bottom. I say about another.
This group should catch them in turn 1.
Or in the backstretch 1. They are coming.
Well, they've moved to the high side.
The question is, can everybody get around them safely? And they finally caught him. Coming out of 4. Now all these boys got to do is just tuck in behind this little outside pack right here, this outside line, and ride and wait for the yellow. They'll be good to go. Or at least one of those 2 drivers will be. Evan Rice.
One will get a free pass. The other may have to take a wave around or go a lap down.
Well, they both just went a lap down, so.
We got Dakota Wilkins up ahead of him.
Is he getting ready to go a lap down too?
Dakota Wilkins was 4 laps down now. Last I checked, he's having connection problems from the looks of things.
Oh, 10-4. Well, Taylor Butcher Benjamin didn't even think about him winning this race, but did he not win? Who won?
I don't believe he won Daytona, but he does run well at the super speedways.
I thought he won Daytona. Taylor Butcher Benjamin does not have a win this year, but I think he was running really good at Daytona and almost won it, if memory serves me correct.
Yeah, I believe you're correct.
Well, your boy Steven Sims is still hanging tight on the outside, running around in that 6th position. My man, Kevin Dick, has dropped all the way back to the 18th position. So he must not have liked what he saw up front.
Well, it's different for everybody, but for me, I'm much more comfortable on that top line than I am on the bottom. As long as everybody around me is driving somewhat reasonable, everybody starts bouncing around, I don't want to be anywhere near the front.
It don't make a difference for me either way, top or bottom, as long as the people will hold their line. Oh, wow. Steven Sims gave a little bump right there, a little hit, too hard of a hit. I almost turned him, but he backed out of it and let him get his car straightened up, and they're going to avoid that opportunity to wreck, that's for sure. But they had a really good chance to do it, though. And Harmon, he's still playing the waiting game. You know, what will probably separate this field is in about another 9 to 10 laps when these cars are starting to come down pit road for their fuel and tires. Do you take 4 or do you just take right sides?
Well, if you got to take a full load of fuel, you might as well take 4. You're going to be there long enough for a 4 tire change and two cans of gas, so you might as well get all 4.
Right. But this is the one track where taking the right sides can actually just help you and loosen your car up if you need it. If you don't have to take all 4 tires, you know what I'm saying?
And well,
I mean, you can run the full race.
Yeah, your tire wear is so low, you know, that you don't even need to take tires, but they will help a bit. And if you've got to take 2 cans of fuel to fill back up, you might as well take 4 tires.
Yeah, this is the only track where staying out on 35 lap old tires is not really going to make that much of a difference. I mean, because you can stay in the draft and still end up winning this thing. The tire wear fall off is not that great. I keep watching this Spencer on the outside, him and Bill Edwards, and I don't know why they can't get up there and get past Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Normally that outside line would already be moving past them, but I don't know if it's because Steven Sims is staying off the back end of Bill Edwards just a little bit or what. And you know, you got David Wright. You could put another car in between him and Steven Sims. Finally, but still, I believe Tark got credited with that lap, but he couldn't make the pass. You know, normally you would see that high line. Uh-oh, there goes Edwards to the outside. Steven Sims takes over that spot. Look at that. Hey, you talking about teammates. That's a teammate move right there. You saw Spencer Tart, as soon as he got shoved out to the outside, Spencer Tart went up top to try to stay there with his teammate.
And I was watching it, and it looks like Izinga's tucked up underneath TBB a little bit more than Edwards was tucked up underneath Tart. That might have something to do with the speed that they were not having.
Well, you got David Wright now, and he's still doesn't seem to be bumping or pushing quite as much or as hard as Izinga is. Now, you'll see Izinga duck right there. He goes up underneath him, and then when he comes off here down the backstretch, he'll give him just a little bump, and then he'll tuck one way to the other, outside or inside of him, to get a little bit of air going into his car to keep that car from overheating.
Well, and I don't remember which it was, but you've got an oil cooler on one side to cool your oil temperature a bit, and then the other side will cool your water temperature a little bit more.
Did not know that it made a difference
Yeah,
in the sim.
the intake for your oil cooler's on one side of the car. I do not remember which side it is. At least it used to be. Who knows if that's changed or not.
Me, I don't care one way or the other. I don't pay attention to the gauges. I'm like Clint Boyer. I don't care. I just drive it till it blows.
I'll drive it till that light's flashing at me.
I don't even see them, dude. And I'm in VR. I mean, I really don't pay attention to my gauges. I know that I drive about 5 laps tucked in behind somebody. Then I'll move one way or the other if I possibly can. Get a little bit of air. Then I'm right back to bump drafting.
The one thing I'm not seeing much of from these guys tonight, and I think we probably will see a little bit more of it later, is some aggressive side drafting, getting down in close to the cars. And the side drafting here doesn't seem to act the same as it does in real life. It doesn't pull the car back to you like it does in real life. It actually, you get some forward bite when you start side drafting more aggressively in iRacing.
Well, if you see me racing, I can actually, I put that bottom line, the bottom dotted line, in the turns. I'm driving that with the center of my car. I'm almost halfway down in their lane for my side draft. And then, see, they're staying right there. It's almost like they're driving down the road in the highway. One in one lane and one in the other. But me, I'm all over them. I'm all over that white line
I
with them.
I think we're going to see that change as we get later on in the race. Right now, I think they're content not to push the issue too much.
But they're going to have to stop twice, for sure. This is going to come, if it stays green, it'll be a splash and go at the end. Because you can't go more than 80 laps on 2 tanks of fuel, right?
Unless you're Eric Wolf.
Well, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think they're going to be 5 laps short if they stretched it to the 40 laps, which I don't even believe you can make it 40 laps. And I think the best you can get out of it is 37, and that's really pushing it. And you have to be in the draft for that.
They'd need to push this to 43 laps to be able to make it a one-stop race. And I really don't think that's even doable.
Well, I know TBB's not going to do it. He's led the most laps so far.
No, I would think Izinga and TBB are going to be burning more fuel.
Harmon might be able to do it, sitting back there in 22nd position.
Hell, Harmon might be clutching it in the corners for all we know.
I hope he didn't just lose connection. He just blinked out. He's still there. He's in 20th position. I misspoke.
Yeah, he's moved up a little bit. He's almost closed up to where he's at the end of what we would call maybe
here they
the
come.
lead pack.
34, lap 34. They're
Green
coming
lap
down. Izinga's in, Larillo, Mike Lemon, Spencer Tart, Matt Vanderkoy, and Bill Edwards. A lot of the S2R drivers, all the S2R drivers, with the exception of Mike Lemon. Mike Lemon driving for
SGK.
Yeah, I could not think of it. And it says Susan G. Coleman on the back of his car, and I still couldn't get it out. Austin Collins comes down. Jarrett Rogers comes down.
The way they're fanning out, I think we're going to see another round of drivers coming in this time.
There's another round. But your boy Harmon stays out once again. I'm surprised Taylor Butcher Benjamin is still out. He's going to try to get 36 laps out of it.
Sims is still out.
Oh, somebody's off the pace down there. Oh, no, it's 98 getting up to speed.
Butcher Benjamin's got to come this time by.
Everybody else has got to come.
They've gotten single file, too.
It's going to be a wreck fest headed towards pit road.
Staying out.
Wow, I would not believe that they would stay out one more lap. .38 and 38 still not. It's still going to draw you short, but wow. I think they were hoping for a yellow and just didn't get it going into pit road. Austin Collins looks like he's back down pit road. Dustin Eicher lost his
Staying
race.
out again.
As Eicher's been on pit road for over a minute. Not sure what happened to him there, but you know, that's going to be crazy if he makes 40 laps. Leading this race and he makes 40 laps. You got to be coming down this time or the next lap. Austin Collins being held, looks like. Or getting damaged.
Staying out.
How are they staying out?
Maybe this time coming to 40?
I don't know. I've been expecting them to pit last 3 laps.
Staying out.
They're going to try to make this on one stop. You need to make 43 laps to do it on one stop.
Still staying out.
Here comes some takers. I believe Harmon was in that mix.
41 at the stripe.
Yep, Thomas Harmon come down pit road. J.W. Miller, Joshua Durham, Matt Burgess, Nicholas Lovell, Sam Niederham, Dustin Musial.
You know, this is an awful bold gamble because I ran a lot of official races this week at Talladega, and several of them ended with green-white checkers. And boy, pushing the fuel like this to just about run out at the checker flag after 85 laps, I don't know. And they're coming.
Here they come. I don't see David Wright didn't come down pit road. He is still out.
And Wright assumes the lead with look who's behind Wright.
Yeah, Eric Wolf is still out too, and they are actually on 40. Yeah, they got 42. So the top 4 drivers as of right now, David Wright, Eric Wolf, Richard Springer, and Cody Barber, are still out, and Cody Gatsky's still out as well.
Wright's coming. Wolf's coming.
That's going to give the lead back over to
Springer lost it coming into pit road.
Oh, no. Let's see if we can't get a replay of that. See what happens. He hits the wall.
Damage.
Let's see if he gets in the back end of David Wright. Yep, he sure does. Tagged him. Wow. A lot of damage there, I believe. How come it's showing Eric Wolf? It's the leader. Springer's shooting out. I thought Bill Edwards would be the leader. This pack here should be the leader, though.
Wow, Springer's still sitting on pit road.
Well, it's showing Mike Lemon as the leader. Father, this is pack right here. This is the pack that came in first, was it not? The Mike Lemon, Spencer Tart, my man Kevin Dick. It's currently being shown in third place. We got the 97 and the 7. They are laps down in this pack. Dustin Eichert is 1 lap down in the 7 car. And the 97 of Jarrett Rogers is a lap down. They are the first 2 cars a lap down. Well, not a bad call by Lemon and Tart to come down when they did. Our drivers, your driver and mine, are in this mix of these this lead pack. But wow, I mean, you got this second pack coming. And it's not going to take them maybe 6 or 7 laps to catch them.
And Butcher Benjamin and Sims both came at the same time. So they're on the same fuel strategy, which if they run the same amount of laps again, that doubles the 3 or 4 laps longer they ran to 6 to 8 more laps, and then just a splash.
Yep. We got Matthew Burgess leading this second pack back here with Joshua Durham, Cody Barber, I think. We got cars all mixed into this pack right here. Oh, that's got to be Pandolf. That is. Pandolf is leading and just now caught the back end of Richard Springer. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in this pack as well. Now we got us a race. Now how long does it take before they start making that second line work? David Wright's trying to make it work. All by his lonesome. And I wanted to take a look and see how much damage he actually got. Hey, got dented in pretty good there. I don't think it's going to hurt him, though.
And we've got Harmon, Larillo, Springer with damage, Izinga, all running in a pack here towards the back. A couple other cars mixed in that I can't. 36, J.W. Miller, and Vanderkoy. So those are basically a bunch of S2R cars all bunched up now.
And they're almost a half a track. Actually, is that the leaders coming up on them? I think they're about a half a track.
Yeah, I show
they're
Harmon
coming. Yeah,
43 seconds back, so
they're definitely coming. Let's jump inside and see what we can see. Yeah, the lead pack is getting ready to put that pack a lap down. Let's jump on board with Steven Sims, see what it looks like from his perspective. Now, he's staying quite a ways back off the back end of this car, but he's getting a heck of a run, and he's going to let off. You got to be thinking maybe he's doing this for air and safety. Don't need to be bumping the crap out of somebody if you're 5 cars deep. Old Spencer Tart looked like he's sitting there waiting to make a move with 35 laps to go. I believe that second line is starting to work. David Wright's actually got somebody to work with him now. I think Steven Sims is going to jump up top as soon as they get to him. He looks like he's positioned to do so.
well, and if this pack of leaders can get 2 by 2, it'll give the group with Harmon a little bit of a breath of fresh air to maybe pull a little bit farther away from them, avoid going a lap down.
You know, I am really surprised we haven't seen the accident yet. Or a accident. I'm just watching this little shenanigans going on. Taylor Butcher Benjamin backed out of it to let David Wright get down. Now these guys up front in front of them, they need to stay in line. You got the 60 Sam Niederham. I know he might be a lap down. Is that right? But in any case, you need to stay in line, regardless of whether you're a lap down or not.
No, I think I see. No, Niederham is on the lead lap.
Then I don't know what the thinking is there by pulling in and out. This pack needs to stay close, tucked into each other, so that they can pull away from this lead pack. If they don't, they're going to go a lap down. I mean, it's not going to take them long to get to them. Spencer Tart just beating the back end off of Mike Lemon. Don't want to get yourself out too far in front of the 97, fellas. That'll open it up for a really good run to be made on the outside. And Richard Springer is getting ready to go a lap down after getting his repairs on pit road. That slight contact in the back end of David Wright and hitting the inside fence of pit wall. Had some really good 2x2 racing early on. Just don't seem like anybody wants to try to make that outside line work for these last few laps. And we definitely have two packs now working. Of course, now Springer, I don't know. I mean, he jumps in that hole there. With all that damage, you got to think that it won't be long before TBB and the rest of the fellas start to move these two gentlemen out of the way, David Wright and Richard Springer. Because if they don't, they're going to end up losing the draft. I mean, there's 3 car lengths between Taylor Butcher Benjamin and David Wright. And there's at least 4 or 5 car lengths between Sims and Richard Springer.
I've been looking out the back of Niederham's car, and it looks like that pack with Harmon's got the whole backstretch still on the lead lap cars.
I think maybe they're going to be hoping for a wreck coming down pit road this second time by. I mean, they got to stop, don't they? I mean, they're still going to be like a lap and a half short, right?
Yeah, they have to stop again based off of the 41 lap run that Sims and Butcher Benjamin ran that last time by, and I believe a couple other cars ran one more lap further than that, so 42 laps. That still only gets them to 84, and I got to believe they were on vapors.
Well, if it stays green and it comes down to a fuel mileage and somebody wins this on a one stop, I want the cars checked for see how big them fuel lines are. Because, I mean, if you're running anything bigger than a damn garden hose for a fuel line, that's cheating, right? Yeah.
Well, we probably need to see Eric Wolf's crew chief then, because he did it last week.
Yeah, he was running 3/4 inch heater hose for a fuel line. And running about 3 miles of it wound up in the trunk. Not a whole lot been going on, ladies and gentlemen. You got Mike Lemon leading the race. Spencer Tart content with pushing him. Everybody else following the leader. Nobody making any moves of any kind, really.
Actually, taking a look just at the numbers, that pack towards the back that we were concerned about going a lap down looks to have stretched out a little bit. They're underneath 40 seconds now, so they're actually pulling away a little bit.
Harmon beating all over the back end of Spencer Tart. J.W. Miller is going to shove him out of the way, going to fill that hole. I've been watching this on my timing screen. It looks to me like what they're doing is one car will beat the crap out of Larillo until he overheats, and then he'll drop to the back. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. They're playing switcheroo. The second car is falling back after he starts to get hot, cools his engine down, catches the tail end of the pack, and allows the next car to come up in line to start beating the back end off of Larillo again. So the next car to go through this ring around the Rosie deal here will be Izinga to start beating and banging on the back end of Larillo. As soon as J.W. Miller starts to get hot, I look to see him drop to the back just like Thomas Harmon just did. We're going to stick right here for a few minutes just to see if I'm seeing that right on my timing screen.
It's working for them because they just gained, more time on the leader. Which, let's be honest here, folks, they're still 37 to 39 seconds off the lead. They're not going to catch the leader in this race, but they're not going to end up going a lap down either.
No, they're not.
And
this
there
is
it is. Strategy.
There it goes. J.W. Miller going to drop down.
Strategy I was wondering about, too. At the beginning of the race, this is what I was thinking S2R might be trying to do, but I think they're too far off the lead to make it actually work the way they want it.
I don't know. But this is a heck of a strategy move right here. Now, if the Hulu guy, I don't know who's in that Hulu car or what number it is.
That's Niederham.
Well, he's got some connection issues. So he might want to go ahead and drop to the back of this pack anyway.
He keeps blinking in and out. He might want to rethink getting up here trying to push. That could cause a problem.
Yeah, because he's not even staying on the back end of Izinga like he needs to be because of the connection issues. So if I was him, I would drop to the back of this pack if he's listening to the broadcast. Because they're going to lose some time if that continues to happen instead of gain. But anyway, back up front, we finally got two cars side by side. Burgess and Durham are trying to make it work, get that outside going. That's going to help with that pack that we just saw. If they start getting 2 by 2, that's going to slow these cars down. Spencer to the outside. Going to try to make that move. They're going to start racing now.
Well, we're creeping up on 20 to go. This is about the time of the evening where it starts getting really exciting.
20 to go. And still got to make a fuel stop. And you want to race? Okay.
Now, you've got the numbers. I don't have the numbers, but some of these guys are going to have to stop soon.
If I can get my timing screen to work for you, I'll tell you. This lead pack, 29 laps on that stint. Go back to David Wright. He's got 21 on his, and I think he's in that pack as well. But then we get back to
Sims and Butcher Benjamin.
Thomas Harmon's got 22 laps on his. 29 laps is on Bill Edwards. Trying to see.
So basically, we've got everywhere from 29 to 22, though. We got a 7-lap differential.
Yeah, 7 laps different.
That's a lot of different laps.
Yeah, and they're all mixed in everywhere. Spencer Tart leading the race is on 30. The guy, Matt Burgess, is on the outside. He's only got 24. The guy pushing him, Josh Durham's got 24, but then Kevin Dick's got 29. I mean, they're all over the place. Shoot, you come all the way down to Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf was only 22 laps on this run. And I think he's...
And Wolf didn't stop until about 42, so he's got 20 to go before he even needs to think about stopping.
And he's in this pack, so he's right behind Taylor Butcher Benjamin. He may actually clutch this thing and win it on one stop. If he wins this thing on one stop, I want his car checked.
The 24 needs to be impounded if he wins on one stop again.
Or at least send me the cheat code so I can win tomorrow night. We jump back here again. Thomas Harmon is now leading this pack once again. So it's already cycled back through somehow, or he's got pushed back to the front. But he is now leading this race, and Larillo is beating the back end with Izinga. Those three cars, if they stay together like that, they'll get some ground made up. And Sam Niederhelm may have been listening to the broadcast as he is still blinking and riding in the back of this pack.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at what I've got for timing, and I'm showing them they were as low as 37.4 off the lead. They're now 38.9 off the lead, so they actually lost a second and a half.
But that might have been to do with the blinking going on with Sam Niederhelm when he was the third car back. Because he was staying way off the back of Izinga.
Yeah, that's
Oh, don't
possible.
do that. Oh, I thought Mike Lynn was getting ready to turn Spencer Tart right there.
We're inside 20 to go.
You got to think that within the next 10 laps, they're going to start making their pit stops. Anybody that's got any common sense will do it. And not wait to the last second, you know. But then again, you might have Eric Wolf stay out completely and coast across the start-finish line. You never know when it comes down to fuel mileage. Is he clutching it? How much is he saving? I mean, you can save quite a bit, don't get me wrong. But I just don't believe that you can do that. 43 laps and 42 laps and 42 and 44 and win this race. That's just insane.
Well, Butcher Benjamin went a lot farther than we thought he should be able to, and he led quite a few laps at the first half of this race. Wolf has been drafting somebody the whole time. He's never been out front in clean air, getting the lower fuel mileage, so he should be able to push this farther than anybody, I would hope.
Or at least think, yeah. I mean, that's just... Still, though, you got to wonder. Is he really saving that much fuel? And he is staying quite a bit. You know, I mean, he's right there on the back end of Taylor Butcher Benjamin, but he's not beating and banging on the back end of his car. That much is for sure. He's just riding. You can see that he's tucks his car in and out every once in a while, make sure it stays cool. You got JP right in behind him. And that's 74 right there. So Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the 88, Eric Wolf in the 24, and and JP, our fearless leader, all in that pack. Oh, there's a wreck.
There it is.
Who was that?
Spencer Tart.
And we stay green. Let's see if we can't rewind that a little bit and...
Yeah, it looks like that's Spencer Tart off of the bumper of Mike Lemon.
I think he was trying to make sure that Matt Burgess didn't get down in front of him. Let's see how it happens here. Lemon's going to get a heck of a run right about here. I bet he just... He tags him one. Oh, tagged him the second time, and that's all it took. A double tap, and the second tap was at a bad angle. Spencer does a really good job at not hitting anything, though.
It almost looks like Rogers is pushing 3 cars deep too, which is a big no-no.
Well, don't see really any damage to the back end of Spencer Tart's car.
No, but he's going to need a caution to get back in this.
He just got a little bit of scratch mark on the back where he got bumped. But yeah, he is definitely going to need a caution to keep from going a lap down into, if I was Spencer, I'd come in pit road right now and top off with fuel, do my stop now, get it over with, and he's going to do that. He's going to do that.
That's what he's doing.
He's going to make his stop, get back into that draft pack, and do it. Of course, I can't tell if he actually has damage on the back end of that car or not. It looks funny to me. You look at it and tell me what you think.
Yeah, I think he does.
It looks like he got tapped from both sides. The ends, both quarters of the car. It looks like it's been tapped.
Oh yeah,
Right side tires and a touch of fuel. Wow.
The right side, the right rear's pushed in, and
everybody
the
come down pit road too. A lot of drivers come down pit road. Leaders come down pit road. Wow. Who is leading it? Oh, your boy Sims.
That moves Sims up to P1.
Yes, it does. How long is he going to stay there, though? Dustin Eichert a lap down, but he's going to lead that race. Maybe not a bad move here for Sims to sit there and push him.
Well, you got Eichert a lap down in front of him, and Springer, I believe, 2 laps down, yes, behind him.
Yep. And how about old James Fandolf? Running second.
JP running second place.
Hey, way to go, JP. Keep that car on the track now. Watch out for them walls. They'll sneak up and bite you. Where's my pick at? Still running 10th. In 10th. The 10 car is running 10th. Where is he at? I don't think he's in that pack.
No, he's running 7th. And he's... I don't know if he pitted.
He done pitted. Yeah, he just pitted. He got 2 laps on his tires.
Yeah, he did.
He's good to go for the rest of this race. Now the thing is he's going to have to get to the back end of the car in front of him. Of Durham, and I can't see who that else is. I think that's Durham.
And Butcher, Benjamin, and Wolf are still out here running 3rd and 4th.
'72. And the 68. Joshua Durham and the 83 from Nicholas Lovell. So if he can get to the back end of these guys, he might stand a chance to get back in this thing, but I don't see them backing up to catch him. And if they don't back up to catch him, oh well. That will be the end of my pick.
We got a couple lap down cars at the front of this pack now.
I'm surprised Springer's leading that outside line with as much damage as he's got on the front end of his car. That is Springer, right? Yeah, that's Springer.
Yes, it is.
And Eric Wolf moved to the outside with Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Benjamin is now leading, or he got credited for leading that lap last time by.
You know what? There's something else to consider here that I hadn't thought of. And it does make a bit of a difference. That inside line is significantly shorter through a long run than running that outside line all the time. And this is the first time we've seen the 24 on the high side.
This is true. Now, if he can get back down and... Ooh!
They got Sims kind of snookered behind a lap down car too.
So I'm Sims. I still want to be there. Them lap cars will move out of the way when it gets to the last lap. You can count on that. That's just the caliber of drivers we got. I mean, yeah, this is super speedway, and you want to race for position. But if I'm the 7 car, I'm going to run just like he's running right now till we get down to 1 or 2 to go. We get down to 2 to go or 1 to go, I'm going to drop to the apron, and I'm going to let them boys race it out. I'm not going to cause somebody to not win a race. And being a lapper, I mean, I understand you might want to help push the guy in front of you, but that is a judgment call. You know, do you stay out and help somebody win a race being a lapper, or do you get out of the way? Me, I would get out of the way. Unless somebody actually is on voice with me and told me, hey, stay there, just push me to the win. If my car is not damaged, then I'm, good to go.
Yeah, at Talladega, I'm usually a lapper if my car's damaged, so I'm not even in that situation.
But Iker is. Iker doesn't have any damage, and he can stay right where he's at and help somebody win. But the question is, do you do it?
True. He's only a lap down because he had to do a drive-through.
But the question is, do you do that or do you get out of the way? Cody Barber takes over the lead. David Wright is second. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is third. And Highline Springer looks like he's getting stuck. Oh, whoa! Iker just got shoved to the bottom of the track.
I don't know if Sims gave him a shove or not.
Somebody gave him a shove because he sure as crap went off the track. Accident almost happened right there. They sure missed another opportunity to do that. Wreck, that is. To get single file once again as we approach.
Looks like Sims might have got impatient and just shoved him.
Well, it looks like Iker's coming down pit road. So he's finally coming down for his splash and go. Yep, and that's exactly what he's doing.
My guess is Steven finally just said, you know what, enough's enough. You're a lap down, get the heck out of my way, I got places to go.
And people to see, and a trophy to win. And now I wonder if that'll work out for the same with David Wright and Highline Springer there. Because they're right there in the mix of things too as well. Laps down. Or at least
David Wright is on the lead lap. He is in P2 right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The only one a lap down in this group right now would be Springer.
Yeah.
How about a shout out to Cody Barber? That's a name we haven't said much of this season. He's right out there, right up front, leading this deal.
He's doing an awesome job too. I mean, let's see if we can't get a quick information. Hope everything works out with this graphics package. Just give me a second to see if it'll work for me. Come on, a little bit more, a little higher up. And he is in the 19 car. Cody Barber started this race 19th and he is leading it. So, awesome job by Cody Barber.
And you know what else?
No, what's that?
Cody Barber is a Truck Series regular.
Oh, that's right. Come on, Cody. Win it for me. Iker going to catch back up. Going to fall right in behind these guys here. And stay in this pack and stay in the draft. Wow.
Well, we're inside 5 to go. I'm really surprised these guys are being this civil right now.
Well, you got to think that everybody believes everybody's got to come back down pit road with the exception of that 24 car. This is going to turn out to be one heck of a finish right here.
I think the 24, the 88, and the 79 all can and will stay out. I'm not sure on Cody.
I'm not sure either. Sims is trying to make a move to the outside with James Pandolf. They are trying to make their way around David Wright. And they're going to mess around and lose that lead pack. If these 4 cars don't get together and catch the back end of this pack, they're going to miss an opportunity to win this race. JP got a heck of a run.
I think they caught that draft. They're there.
Now, Cody Barber is being pushed by the Highline Springer. And when we cross this line, we'll be 2 to go. All right, you got to imagine that this turns out to be a heck of a race if everybody makes it on fuel from this pack.
At this point, you've got what you've got. I don't think anybody is looking to stop next time by. You're going for it at this point.
That's just crazy. Run 42 laps on your first run and 44 laps on your second.
I wouldn't be shocked to see some of these guys sputtering, though.
Cody Barber got 1 more lap to make this thing work. As we are taking the white flag this time by.
JP jumps out.
Sims goes with him. So there goes Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Oh, what are you doing, JP? Oh, this is going to be a heck of a run to the finish here. 3 wide. Oh, there went David Wright.
There goes Wright.
JP, I think, took him out accidentally. Oh, there's the wreck.
No!
Oh, who is going to win it? Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is going to win this race. And Steven Sims is going to come home second, maybe.
No, that's not Sims behind him. That's Evan Rice.
Well, it says Sims is currently being shown in second place. So let's go back and see what happened.
All right, Sims did cross in a little bit of a heap.
All right, let's see if we can't figure out what happened here up front. We're on board with Cody Barber.
And TBB pushes him in the corner and
taps him once. And going to tap him on the corner right there and turn him right into Highline Springer and into Eric Wolf. And that was all it took. Unfortunate, but he does win the race. I believe he's getting some help from Spencer Tart there. I believe he's out of fuel. I think. He's not going to make it back around to pit road to do any burnouts.
And it looks like the only one in that group, that front group, to come through it somewhat unscathed is TBB. Everybody else ended up into the wall or into another car.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's getting some help now from the 31 to try to make it at least back to the start-finish line to get it everything said and done, get his shout outs in and everything. But Taylor Butcher Benjamin wins the race. Steven Sims comes home second. Cody Barber third. James Pandolf walks away with a top 4. Nicholas Lovell fifth. Joshua Durham sixth. Eric Wolf comes home seventh. Mike Lemon ninth. And my pick for the night, 10th, and in 10th place, Kevin Dick. All right, let's start with Cody Barber and see if we can't get him up in this booth and get his thoughts about what happened here tonight. As soon as I can get him on up in here. Where did he go? I just had him. There we go. Well, Mr. Barber, are you there, my man? Cody, you got a copy?
Wrong Cody, I think.
Cody Barber? 19?
You got Gatsky.
Well, damn if I don't. I don't even know where he's supposed to go.
Barber's in Bullring.
I grabbed Cody Barber or Cody Gatsky from somewhere. Mr. Barber, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, walk us through that. Walk us through your race all together. But starting 19th, you come home third. Had a real shot at winning until. Well, you tell us what happened.
Oh man, I had a hell of a race. I got a good guy in my ear, Adam Breeden, was giving me some good spots or telling me where to go and where the runs were coming. Mainly just sticking with my team, just trying to get a DPR win in there, and things just fell on my lap. We went to pit, and Springer had some unfortunate luck getting on the pit road and spun out. He was still able to help us there at the end to get a DPR win overall. Heading down, I mean, he was pushing me to a good win, and going down the back straightaway, I saw a run coming on the outside, and I felt I had to get up there to slow that momentum down. And I'm hearing I probably should have stayed low, but hindsight's 2020. Still finished with a top 3 in my first Xfinity race. So props for Taylor getting the win. He's a more important person getting the win here. That he's running for the championship. So that's the important one there.
Yeah, but you let all those truck drivers down, bud. I'm upset.
yeah, I was.
Us truck drivers, we were pulling for you, man.
Dude, I got told, I was watching my fuel, and I was said, dude, I was telling Adam Breeden, I said, man, I think I'm a lap and a half to good. If I can get out front, I'm going for it. I don't care what the fuel thing says, I'm going for it. And I took a lap to go, and it still said 1.5. I said, I'm trusting it. And like I said, I saw the outside run coming, and I didn't really expect to get as big of a bump going in 3, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still happy the team got it. So.
Well, the first bump was okay. It was that second one. He kissed you, and then he double kissed you is what happened. He kissed you, and then he moved up the track just a little bit, and when he did, he bumped you again, and that turned you down into Springer and into Eric Wolf. If not for the second bump, I believe you would have been all right, but unfortunately, it was a double kiss there, and it was the double kiss of death.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good run. It was my first race here in the Xfinity League. I ran a B race last night, and I was able to finish 4th, but I pushed the guy to the win, so I was pretty confident coming tonight. It's nice to see the race went caution-free. That really helps. You can kind of pick and choose where you want to be and not have a caution choose if you're going to be on the inside or out.
Well, Fossenau, what you got for this man?
That was a heck of a run, and we were all up in the booth shocked that you guys did that on one stop. We thought for sure this was going to be in a 2-stop race, especially if it stayed green. So, shout out to you for the the fuel conservation, if you will, and gosh darn, I can't say it enough. Us guys that drive the truck series, David and I both, we were pulling for you. We wanted to see you pull this out.
Yep, sure did.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, we were close, but we still have another one tomorrow, and learned a
No,
little bit here
no, you don't.
tonight. And,
I don't want you to win tomorrow.
No, so you're not winning tomorrow,
I got you.
And neither is Rod. Rod thinks he's going to, but he's not going to. The only way he's going to win tomorrow is he has to take the 96 truck out.
Hey, that's what I told Braden tonight. I said, man, I'm not gonna cost these guys any points. I'm not gonna make any risky moves, but I want this win. Tonight was all about the win, and finishing third isn't a bad way to finish off your first Xfinity race.
Well, I say it to every driver that comes up in this booth, so I'm going to say it to you, my man. Shout outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Oh man, just thank you all for doing the broadcast, being in there for us, giving us a cool ending to the night. Be able to come up here and solidify a top spot. Like I said, it's kind of burns at the moment, but at the end of the night, DPR guy got it for the win for the points. That's most important. James for putting on the league, and all my DPR teammates for sure. They really helped get me in that position. And Adam Breeden for being my spotter for the race. I couldn't have done with any of them without any of them. So appreciate it, guys.
Well, again, congratulations, my man, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in the truck race, or at least the other broadcasters will. I look forward to seeing you on the track.
Oh yeah, buddy. Let's go get it.
Let's get her done. All right, DPR, you say?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Congratulations.
We'll move you back down to DPR. All righty, Steven Sims, where might you be?
Right above us in race chat.
Wow, don't have to go far for him, do we? Mr. Sims, my man, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you didn't win the race by much, so Rod Fossenall didn't have a really good pick here tonight, but he does come home with a second place pick. So walk us through your race, man.
Well, I really didn't expect it to go green to the end, but I knew I'd try to stay out as long as I could just to make it. So if it did go green, I could make it. Well, worked out pretty good, but that whole second run, I was 3/4 throttle trying to save fuel. Couldn't really do much until the last lap, and got in the wreck, but got through it good enough to keep it straight. And second place finish isn't too bad.
Well, that just means you're the first loser, but at least you was first at something, right?
Yeah. Hoping to be first tomorrow.
I hear you. Well, that's not going to happen. But 96 is going to take that truck away and that win. Count on it, my man. Now, you can push me if you want. You can finish second again tomorrow night if you want.
I don't know about that.
I hear you. Well, did an awesome job running this race. Rod, what you got for your man? Because it's your pick.
Well, he's my teammate. Of course, I was going to pick him.
Well, okay. So now I gotta work against both of y'all tomorrow. Is that right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Just hats off to you, Steve. I mean, it was a fantastic run. Yeah, I tried to keep an eye on you most of the race, and you ran a really smart race, a really good race. I really thought you'd have something for them there at the end, but that multi-car pileup that took out everybody except the winner, kind of did you in.
Yeah. Well, I hope I don't know if I would have gotten through. I doubt I have enough gas to pass them, but I was sputtering all the way through the travel coming to the line.
Well, we just talked to Cody, and Cody said he was half a lap to the good. So I don't know if that means anything where you were, but I think you might have had enough to make a little bit of a.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll never find out, I guess.
Well,
No, not now.
Steven, man, I say it to everybody that comes in this booth. Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
You guys and the league admins for putting on the broadcast, and everybody, all the people in this race for keeping it clean up 99% of the way, but it's better than every official race I've been in.
I know that's right. I run like 8 of them this week and hadn't finished one yet. So, well, Mr. Sims, we look forward to seeing you in the race again tomorrow night. You can help your buddy Rod push him to a second or push you to a second place finish. But all seriousness aside, man, good luck tomorrow, and I wish you the best in the race tomorrow night.
Thank you. You too.
Yes, sir.
Nice race, Steven. See you tomorrow night, man.
See you.
I don't know why Oculus is doing that. I don't want dead saints and sinners. What? Really? Taylor Butcher Benjamin, 88. I believe he is a DPR driver as well. Where is he at? Taylor Butcher Benjamin is Where? Yeah, he's in dysfunctional Patriots. All right, let's move him back up to the broadcast room. Mr. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, my man, started this race fifth. Bumper help you out any?
Yeah, I was not planning on that for sure, and so uh, I guess what kind of got me started on that was really even the first run, because I wasn't even really concerned about fuel, because I figured, we'll get a caution in the second stint, but that didn't happen, so I had to save that whole entire second run. And then once I finally got fuel window, I made my move up to the top and got in behind Richard and Cody. And then I thought, when I got to the white, I was like 0.4 to the good. I was like, all right, I'm going now. And I saw Pandolf coming on the top, but then he kind of found a hole to the bottom, and
Hung you out to dry.
it would have been left me out to dry. But then they kind of got bottled up on the bottom, and which gave me a bit of a run. And then, I mean, I don't blame Cody for blocking that. And I was good at my plan then was to try to push him clear of Richard and then maybe slingshot him in the trial. But then when we got to turn 3, I guess I just hooked him in the left rear. And bumpers weren't all that lined up. So,
Well, in your defense, it was a double kiss. The first hit you hit him was clean, but you moved up just a little bit to the left of him. I mean, to the right of him, and tapped him one more time. It was a double kiss, bam, bam. And that second one is what sent him down into Springer and into Eric Wolf. So.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet because I'm still in my car, but yeah, I definitely would have rather preferred to not have that happen. But I mean, people are saying, I mean, Cody's not that mad at me from what I've told. He said it was just racing, and
It is. It's a racing deal.
well, yeah, I mean, it's one way to get 2 in a row here, 2 years in a row at Talladega in the B car, but it feels a little bit empty, to be honest.
Well, I know that much. I'm looking at your stats. You're my new guy to pick at super speedways because you've got a win in the shootout this year and a pole and a 5th place finish in the 500. So I don't think I'm picking anybody but TBB at the next super speed.
Well, you did an awesome job, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. You did, and to start this race 5th, be up front most of the night. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you actually led the most laps here tonight. I don't quote me on that, but if I can get the stuff to work here, I'll get that information out on the internet. But I do believe you did lead the most laps here tonight. So.
Well, either way, I mean, I'm just glad to be able to run up front and not. I guess not putz around until I had to, per se, when I knew that I wasn't going to be good on fuel. But just that whole entire situation was nerve-wracking because it's really tough to have to race and not go full out, to have to just ride half throttle, 3/4 throttle to get to the end on gas. It's not my style of racing for sure, and I'm sure it's nobody else's, but sometimes it comes down to that, and that's the hand you're dealt.
Well, shout-outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, everybody at DPR, especially Eric, Richard, and Ben, and David, our teamwork there at the end was phenomenal. Being able to say who had what amount of gas and being able to position ourselves for the last lap until that happened. And shout out to all the viewers as well, and you guys doing the broadcast. Be interesting to watch this one back for sure. I mean, I always watch them back anyway, but yeah.
Well, I believe that's going to do it for Mr. Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Again, congratulations on your win here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week for, I believe it's Dover. Is that right?
Yeah, we're at Dover next week.
Definitely Dover.
Yep.
All right, Monster Mile.
I appreciate it, guys. I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
See you, Taylor. Nice job, bud.
Yep, thank you, Rod.
All right, we'll move him back down into DPR. And unfortunately, I am not going to be able to bring up anything as far as finishing order. ATVO is completely locked up once again. So I got top
I got your
17.
finishing order if you want.
Yeah, you go ahead and do the finishing order, since hey, you got it all.
All right, we've got, of course, winning the race tonight. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Steven Sims second, Cody Barber third. JP comes in with a fourth place finish. Nick Lovell fifth, Joshua Durham sixth, Eric Wolf seventh, Mike Lemon eighth place, Kevin Dick ninth place. Your pick. Jordan Berry top 10, David Wright 1 lap down in 11th, Harrison Chandler 12, Evan Rice 13, Spencer Tart 14, Cody Gatsky 15, Thomas Harmon, I missed one somewhere. Thomas Harmon 17. Sam Niederham, 18. Ben Izinga, 19. Matt Burgess, 20. James Larillo, 21. Jarrett Rogers, 22. Matt Vanderkoy, 23. Dustin Eichert, 24. First car 2 laps down. J.W. Miller, 25. Richard Springer, 26. Dustin Musel, 27. First car 3 laps down. Dakota Wilkins, 5 laps down, 28th. And Austin Collins rounds out the field in 29th place.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our broadcast. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for the Truck Series race for 75 laps, I believe it is, here tomorrow night in the Truck Series.
That the 96 will not win?
Okay.
Oh, who said that?
I don't know. That's echo. And look forward to coming back next week on Monday night for the Monster Mile here in the Grand National Series. Want to thank JP for putting this race on, as he does week in and week out. Want to thank all the admins, the race control, for all the hard work that they do. Thank the broadcasters, myself, Rod Fossenall, JP, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and anybody else who steps up and helps out in the broadcasting. Want to thank y'all. Got to thank Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez for everything they do with the graphics departments that we have here. Unfortunately, ATVO, I even updated it. I don't know why I have this problem. JP doesn't seem to have as bad as I got it, but it seems like I can't get the credits in or unofficial results in. It just locks up on me, so I don't know what to do. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that's a part of DRL, but most of all, we want to thank the drivers that show up week in and week out, and we want to thank the fans on YouTube for show up week in and week out to watch us put on this series, watch us put on the races. Without y'all, we're just sitting here talking to ourselves, so so thank you for everything that y'all do for the drivers, and thank you fans for showing up and hitting the like and subscribe buttons. We really do appreciate it. You got anything else, Rod?
No, you summed it up really nice.
Well, with that being said, good night, God bless, stay clean, folks, and let's get rid of this virus as quick as possible. Good night from Dynasty Racing League's DRL TV. I am your host, David Wellborn, and Rod Fossenall is my co-broadcaster. We will see you here again next week, Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Good night, everyone.